What's up, everybody? J-Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire as always. Spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about: football, basketball, and boxing. Let's get to it. So the subject is boxing. We gotta talk about David Benavidez versus Oleksandr Gvozdyk. According to reports, this fight is going to take place in June. Apparently, on the fight card with Frank and Tank. Tank Davis, formerly known as Tank Davis. Abdul Wahid is what he's going by at this point in time. This is a big-time fight for David Benavidez to fight Oleksandr Gvozdyk for many different reasons. But the elephant in the room that we got to talk about is why he's going to fight him. He's moving up to 175 pounds to position himself for the opportunity to be the number one contender for the undisputed title at 175 pounds. He's been campaigning at 168 for a while now. David Benavidez has been known as the best fighter at 168 pounds at different points in times in his career. Currently, the person that holds that title is none other than Canelo Alvarez, the guy who is formerly the pound-for-pound king, in some people's eyes maybe still, definitely the cash cow in boxing, one of the faces of boxing. Canelo is a fighter that has a decorated career and resume, the best resume in boxing, but he hasn't been fighting David Benavidez anytime recently, and David Benavidez has been calling him out often. Apparently, Canelo wants $150 million to $200 million for a fight with David Benavidez. That's his price, he says. Some people say that's crazy, but I get it. Canelo has talked about outdoing and following the format laid out by the great Floyd Mayweather, who had a fight against Manny Pacquiao that was about 5 years late. Boxing purists would tell you that would have been a much better fight if it took place 5 years earlier. I don't think the outcome would have been any different personally, but I do feel Floyd stretched that one out strategically. And I know he stretched it out strategically for it to be, as they would say, quote unquote, the right time, because he was able to get $100 million for that fight. And after that, he demanded $100 million for fights following, even getting $100 million against Conor McGregor. So Canelo asking for $150 or $200 million to me is just one up in Floyd, a guy he wanted to get back at after his loss to him. Didn't get that opportunity. This would be an opportunity to say I did something Floyd didn't do. But also the elephant in the room is he ducking David Benavidez? It's hard to say because Canelo sure has fought a lot of great fighters in his career, and we can't look at him as a guy that's scared to get in that ring. But David Benavidez is a guy that at 168 pounds, Canelo should be wanting to fight, and we haven't seen it yet. Kudos to David Benavidez for getting in the ring with Oleksandr Gvozdyk. Gvozdyk is 6'2", fighting at 175 pounds with a 75.5-inch reach. That is comparable to David Benavidez, who also stands at 6'2", with a 74.5-inch reach. So Gvozdyk's got a slight reach advantage, same height. Both guys that can put you to sleep, conventional fighters. Gvozdyk has won 20 fights, knocking out 16 opponents. He's been an active fighter throughout his career until he got put to sleep, stopped by the great Arthur Benavidez, who has stopped everyone he's fought against. Gvozdyk took some time off, though, and has got back active and is on a 3-fight winning streak. Last 2 times he's ended the fight with a stoppage. So Gvozdyk is nobody to sneeze at. he can't sleep on him, and it's a challenge coming up in weight for David Benavidez. But Benavidez is somebody who has 28 wins, 24 by way of knockout, applies a lot of pressure, seems to have a chin, has a great motor, a great attitude, talks about how he watches all the best boxers of all time to implement different styles to make himself great. He wants to be great. He wants the opportunity to prove it by winning a world championship and being undisputed as a world champ. So make sure you tune in should this fight happen, especially on that fight card. If it's on the fight card with Abdul Wahid and Frank Martin, David Benavidez and Oleksandr Gvozdyk, that'll be an outstanding card to see. And I think David Benavidez is showing that he ain't got to wait on Canelo. He gonna go make his greatness on his own. Now, can he become undisputed at 175? That's a subject for another day. We'll talk about that next time. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you're looking for. J-Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or get at me in the comments. Let's go back and forth. Find me on YouTube, Instagram, X, and TikTok.